Hello, Space Engineers. My name's Eric. I am bringing you my first Space Engineers building tutorial and my first online tutorial that I've ever done. I've had a lot of requests from people to put this door that's in front of you into the workshop, and a lot of people who have looked at the door that thought it's really cool want to know how to build it. So I've decided that I'm going to do a tutorial. I've been asked to do this, and I just think that you guys will benefit from this. Something that took me quite a while to figure out. This door is 100% airtight. It is all timed, all automated, as you can see from these timer blocks, which I only have stacked here just for the purpose of it being in the workshop. If you want to move them, they're all there, timed out, ready to go. You can put them where you want. If not, delete them, control them with the buttons. It's all up to you. This button here opens it, this closes it. So as you can see, when I hit the open button here, merge blocks are going to shut off, and the arms and the doors are all going to open up. And after the doors are just about opened up, the arms are going to raise. These rotors at the base raise the arms up, the rotors at the top keep this level. This may not be the best design for you, but this is built inside of my ship. This is in the ground of my ship, actually. Underneath this, there's an elevator that connects to another ship called the ground vehicle transport ship, which, as you can guess, you put your ground vehicles in, fly it up here, dock it at the underside of the ship at the elevator platform. When you open it, the elevator rises up through the floor as this arm is going up, and you can drive out. As you shut the door, the arms come down, the elevator platform goes back down away from my mothership, Starship 1, back down to the ground vehicle transport ship. As this comes down, merge blocks are going to lock into place. All the doors are going to close at once. After all the doors are closed, all these warning lights will stop flashing, and this has a 100% seal. So we're just going to go ahead and delete this so it's out of the way. We're going to bring our trusty tools back up here, get rid of these blocks that it was resting on, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how this is built. So right here we have the blocks laid out already, just to kind of get me started with the control panel. I'll just go ahead and delete the control panel too and put it back up. Center. So how we're going to start this is it's pretty important that you build it the way I'm going to build it here. If you don't build it from the ground up, you're going to run into problems with the door sealing, rotor heads not lining up, stuff like that, and it's going to be extremely annoying. Trust me, I've done it. It's a real pain in the butt. So just try to kind of follow along and do it the way I'm doing it here. So we're going to go 9 wide. I think that's 9. 8 plus the 1, yep. And then over here, we're going to bring this out. We're going to skip 2 here. We're going to add 3. And we're going to put merge block there. We're going to wait a second. We're going to add 3 more. Skip 2. We're going to add our block all the way across. Get those up. Add our doors in here. Go all the way across. Rotate that around. Add 3. Have our merge block there. Add 3 more. The reason I waited to do this is because we're going to try to label everything to maybe help you out and help me out as we're building this. So we're gonna build a support for our arm. Actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and add these merge blocks. We're gonna add this one first. That's going to be the first merge block on the left, and the second merge block on the right. Like I said, just gonna go ahead and name these quick, just so we're not having a big problem here. These are going to be from the other build. I'll just delete this. Merge block 9 is going to be, merge block 9 is going to be left, lower. Merge block 10 is going to be right, lower. Okay. What we're going to do again, so we're going to add 2 more merge blocks. See, those are locked in place there. Rotate this around, make sure it's in the right spot. Add that again. We're going to name them. My ship is quite large. It's got 50,000 blocks, I think. It's got three very large airtight doors. So you can get to have a lot of blocks that if you don't name stuff, you're going to end up running into problems trying to find stuff. You can always show it on the HUD by clicking here. I found that doesn't always work, so just try to name them as you go here. So after we got that built, we're going to go back to our blocks here. And we're going to, oh, that's not a block. Yeah, it is. We're going to run it across in between there. The reason you're going to want to build this arm first is if you don't, you're definitely going to be running into problems with this door sealing. So now we're going to add some rotors here. And when you're adding these rotors, it's going to be really helpful to you to keep 0 at the top. This is going to really help you line things up. You can see the line right here. That's on this rotor head. As this rotor turns, you're going to be able to tell exactly where it's pointing. When I started doing this, I had a lot of problems with rotors. I didn't really know what I was doing with them. And after about 50 times of breaking things and having things not working the way I wanted them to, I was finally able to get it right. So hopefully this video will help you save some of those headaches that I had. I'm going to go in here, name this Advanced Rotor Upper Left, since this is going to be on the left side of the ramp here. And it's going to be the part that raises in the air, the upper part. Add another rotor over here, making sure that that 0 is at the top again. And we're going to name this upper right. Now what we're going to want to do is bring these arms back to where our supports are going to be, which are going to be right in front of that, and right in front of that. Same thing on the other side, bring them on over here. We're going to add a rotor head here, just a head. Make sure that lines up at the top. Make sure that lines up at the top. Just to save us from running back and forth between these things, I'm just going to add a couple of control panels here. So now, when we're doing this, we're going to want to keep this section here level. So we're going to want this line to come around this direction. We want the arms right now to go down. So when we go into the control panel, and we go to the upper right, you got all these different things here. The lower limit is going to be the limit that it stops when it's rotating counterclockwise. Your upper limit is going to be where it stops when it's rotating clockwise. Same with the velocity. A minus, say 1, is going to be a counterclockwise turn. A positive 1 is going to be a clockwise turn. Now when we're looking at this, to bring it back this way, we don't set it to, say, 270. We're going to go minus 90 degrees. So our lower limit for the right side is going to be minus 90. Upper limit is going to be 0. Velocity is going to be minus 1. And you can see it's trying to go down. It's blocked. So that's a good thing for us in a way. We're going to have to add a rotor over there in a minute. Oops. Now we're going to come over here. We're going to do the same thing. Obviously we want this one to rotate clockwise to 90 degrees. So we're going to go in here. Go to advanced rotor upper left. Lower limit's going to be 0. Upper limit's going to be 90. And velocity is going to be positive 1. So as you can see, that's going down now. Now we're going to add a rotor again. We're at 0. We're going to go in here and change that name right away. As you can see, it's selected here. That's how you know which one you're on. We're going to name that advanced rotor lower left. And we're going to delete that head right away. As I'm going around, I'm just going to add some more control panels. One there, one here. I'm going to add another rotor here. Make sure that we're at 0, which it looks like we are. Go in. Change that to upper right, or sorry, lower left, lower right. And delete the head. So now what's going to happen is we're going to bring these back up. Those two rotors. We're going to hit reverse. These rotor heads are going to go through the rotor like it's never even there. Select our two uppers, hit reverse, see they're back up there. Select the two lowers now, and you can see that they're not attached because you can select attach. If they were attached, you wouldn't be able to select that, but you could hit detach. So we're going to attach those. And while we're at it, why don't we go ahead and build the bottom of this quick. It's pretty simple. Find the center. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Add a block underneath. I'm going to put a airtight door on each side of this. And then I'm going to put them all the way across on each side of that. As I'm looking at this here, tell right away that these are wrong. I don't want them to be that direction. Not that direction, otherwise they're not going to be airtight. So we got all that done. Come into here. What I like to do is set things into groups. So we're going to take take all these doors, hold shift, select the bottom, I'm gonna name it Airtight Hangar Door All. Save it as group. And we're gonna come over here. We're gonna look at this rotor here. We're gonna want this one to rotate clockwise. So our lower limit's gonna be 0, upper is going to be positive 90. This is going to be the lower left side. Lower limit 0. Upper limit 90. The velocity of 1. Same with this one. We want it to rotate counterclockwise. So we want the lower limit to be minus 90. It's going to be the lower right. We want the lower limit to be minus 90. Upper to be 0. Velocity to be minus 1. Obviously this ain't going to go and do anything because those merge blocks are still set in place. So I'm going to set a couple things in here. We're going to group the merge blocks real quick. Oops. Search for merge blocks. And then we're going to do a search for the advanced rotors. That's from the old one again. We're going to go advanced rotor all. Come in here. Advanced rotor all. Come in here. Airtight door. Right click. Open close. Go here. Set our merge blocks. We'll just toggle it on and off. We're going to select the merge blocks. They're going to turn off. Our rotors are going to go up. Those are set in place, but we're just testing this ability quick. Make sure it stops where we want it to. And it's going to. So go back into here. Bring our lower ones back down again, just by hitting reverse. Those should come back down. Just turn the merge blocks back on. Make sure that when they hit the bottom, they lock back into place. And they're going to lock back into place. And we'll test our doors quick. Make sure those are all closing right. They are. And so, like I said, I have these all on timers over there, but I'm not going to take you through and show you all that. If you want me to, I can certainly make another video. Let me know in the comments and I'll do that. But for now, we're just going to show you that this works. We're going to hit the hangar doors, open them up, go ahead, turn our merge blocks off, and then we're going to hit our rotors. Everything's going to rise up, stay level, and open up. Now, you might want to have this rotate the other direction, have it rotate out. Really, it's just going to be a matter of how you want it. If you want it to rotate out, so this door part is facing the outside, then increase your velocity to -2 and +2, and then this will open twice as fast. So once it reaches the top, that'll be facing, towards the outside. You may want to build this on a wall. You can certainly do that. You may want to have this rise up and keep this level the whole way. You know, there's so many different things. You just have to play with the settings inside the rotors, and you will get it. Oh, I told you I wasn't going to do the merge blocks, but um, I decided it's really not going to take a whole lot of time to lay these all out, so I might as well just do it here to help you guys out a little bit. It's going to save you time, it's going to save me time from doing another video, and well, I'll be happy. So to make this work, we're going to need 4 timer blocks. So we're going to go in, find our timer blocks here, right there. Add 4. Where you want to conceal these is really up to you. It really makes no difference. So put them, you know, wherever you want. Go in here to our timer blocks. We got 9 through 10. Just for the purpose of this video, let's put that at 0. This at 1. This at 2, and this at 3. So now, timer block 0, we're going to want that to be this button. It's going to be our first set of things to do. When this door is closed, which we're going to do that now. Go ahead. Close the door. When this is closed, when we hit that, our first merge block is going to open the airtight doors and trigger merge block 1, which is going to then have a short delay and activate the rotors to raise the arm. The second merge block will be to close it, and that is going to activate merge block 3, or sorry, the merge blocks and the rotors and timer block 3. Sorry, I think I said, I've been saying merge block here, but I mean timer blocks. Then there's going to be a short delay on timer block 3 of probably about 15 seconds or so, and then the doors will activate. So let's go into here, and we're going to find merge. There I go again with the merge blocks. Been spending too much time with merge blocks lately. We're gonna have our delay here. This right now is 10 seconds. You can see it goes up to 59, and then that's 1 minute there. You can take this all the way up to an hour if you want. I don't know what kind of contraption you're going to have that you want to use a full hour, but if you want to, hey, more power to you. Right now this is set at 1 second. That is the shortest delay you can have, so we're just going to leave that there. We're going to go in, set up our actions. We'll put our next timer block in line here, timer block 1, and we're going to start that. Trigger now means that it's going to trigger immediately. Start will start timer block 1 with the delay that we set. So if you want it to trigger right away, there's really no point in using timer blocks, but you can. Otherwise, we're going to go with start. So we're going to hit escape, and no, we got more actions to set up. So we're going to, with timer block 0, we're going to open the doors. All of them, so that's why we set this here. I'm going to hit open. That's set. We don't want a delay. We're going to go on to timer block 1 then. Here's where we're going to want, I believe I had this on a 7-second delay. on my ship, so I'll just 0.07. Okay, fine. We'll use the slider here, 0.07. And then we're going to set the actions. We want this to trigger the arms. So the advanced rotor, I'm going to hit reverse. I'm going to go to timer block 2. This will be starting the closing of the doors, so we're going to bring that delay all the way down to 0. We're going to set up our actions. We're going to put in timer block 3 with the start. We also want it to trigger the rotors. Reverse those. Then we're going to go into timer block 3. And we're going to put that to a 15-second delay to give it some time for those rotor arms to get down there before the doors start closing. If the doors close too soon and they smash into each other, they can break. I had that happen before, and you don't want it. So we're going to set the doors here to close. I just want to make sure that I have the merge blocks in here. This one we want the merge blocks to be turned on closing. On this one we want to not up here either. We want the merge blocks to be turned off for opening. So we should have everything set there. We're going to go ahead and clear all this, double click it to clear it all. For the first one, we want to set timer block 0. We're going to go to start, trigger now. And then for this one, we want it set at timer block 2. We want it to trigger now. And we'll see if it all works out. So we're going to go ahead and hit that. See the merge block shut off. The doors are opening. It's counting down inside its head. The doors are raising up. And once I get to the top, it'll stop. Alright. Now to close it, when I hit this, see the merge blocks have already activated. Red light's off, so they're activated. It's going to get down there, merged blocks will lock together, and the doors should start closing shortly after, or just about right away. Those are going to close, and that is how you set up the timer blocks. Hope this helped you with that part. If there's any other questions you guys have, feel free to ask me in the comments down below. I'll do what I can to help. If there's anything you think I could do better with doing these tutorial videos, I hope to put out a lot more. Tell me what I can do better. Tell me what I did real bad on. Tell me what I can maybe save some time on. If you want to find any of this stuff on the Steam Workshop, I got blueprints for the elevator on there. The elevator with the door, I mean. I've got blueprints for the door itself that we just built with the timer blocks all attached, just exactly how you see it right there. That is the blueprint. I've also got the blueprint for Starship 1, where this door was originally built, and feel free to download that ship and fly it around, take a look. A lot of cool stuff on there. You can find that all on my Steam Workshop, and Revolution is my Steam name. That's 3s for the E's, 1s for the I's and the L's, and 0s for the O's. So you spell it out. That's R3V 01 UT 10N. Spells out Revolution. Um, Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, I hope to be back with more, and I hope you guys enjoy building away in space engineers. Happy building.